Good morning, children. Today we are continuing polynomials, and today's topic is zero of the polynomial. And to know the zero of the polynomial, what all we must know, first we'll look at it. First of all, what we are going to learn: how a polynomial in one variable is denoted, value of a polynomial, and zero of a polynomial. In this class, we are going to deal with the polynomials in only one variable. That is, either all the variables in the polynomial is x or y or z or p or q. But we don't deal with the polynomials with two variables. Suppose we have a polynomial in x. We denote it as px, fx, qx or gx. Similarly, if the polynomial is in y, we denote as p of y, f of y or q of y or g of y. Similarly, if it is z, we denote it as p of z, f of z or g of z or q of z. This is the way we denote the polynomials. Let us see few examples. If the polynomial is in x, we write px is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. We can also write px or fx or gx. Similarly, the second one is a polynomial in y, so we have denoted it by g of y. The third one is the polynomial in z, so we have denoted it as z. So this you must learn and should not get confused when we denote a polynomial as px or qx in every sum of the exercise. Now let us see what is this value of a polynomial. Suppose we take a polynomial in x. Px is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. This polynomial 3x square plus 2x plus 1 do not have any value as such because it contains variables. Variables itself tell you that it can have various values. So you should try to understand that when the variable is replaced by any real number, this full polynomial will get changed into a single number, and that number is the value of the polynomial. So we can say that a polynomial do not have any value unless the variable is substituted as a real number, and any polynomial can have different values for the different values substituted for the variable. So a polynomial can have infinite number of values. It depends on the value of variable substituted. Now let us see the value of px, that is a variable in x, 3x square plus 2x plus 1 at x is equal to 1. When we substitute 1 in place of x, we say that the polynomial is p of 1 and p of 1 is equal to 3 into x square means 3 into 1 square plus 2 into x means 2 into 1 plus 1. That becomes 3 into 1 is 3, 2 into 1 is 2, thus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. Thus we say that the value of the polynomial 3x square plus 2x plus 1 is 6 at x is equal to 1. Or simply we can say in other words, p of 1 is equal to 6. Now let us see the value of the same polynomial at another value of the variable, that is at x is equal to 2. Then we get 3 of 2 square, that is in place of x I have replaced 2. Now x is replaced by 2 here also, that is 3 into 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 1. 2 square is 4. So it becomes 3 into 4 plus 2 into 2 plus 1. Then 3 into 4 is 12. So it becomes 12 plus 4 plus 1 is equal to 17. So we can say that the value of the polynomial 3x square plus 2x plus 1 at x is equal to 2 is 17, or simply we can say p of 2 is equal to 17. Thus, a polynomial will have different values for the different values of the variable. This is the process what we use to find the value of polynomials. In assignment, you have to find the values of various polynomials at different values of variable. So try to understand it properly and you have to use it in the assignment given at the last. And now let us see what the value of the definition of the value of polynomial. The value of the polynomial fx for x is equal to a means here x is replaced by a, then the polynomial becomes f of a, and when in the polynomial x is replaced by a, we get some value for f of a, that is the value of the polynomial fx for x is equal to a, where a is a real number and is denoted by f of a. Now let us see the value of polynomial in x, which is denoted by px is equal to x plus 2. We simply, the value of the polynomial can be asked as p of 1, p of 2, p of minus 1, p of minus 2. Or in another words, we can say that the value of polynomial px at x equal to 1 or at x equal to 2, at x equal to minus 1 or x equal to minus 2. So simply, when we write p of 1, x is replaced by 1. When we write p of 2, x is replaced by 2. When we write p of minus 1, x is replaced by minus 1. And when we say p of minus 2, x is replaced by minus 2. So 1 plus 2 becomes 3. So p of 1 is 3. 2 plus 2 becomes 4. So p of 2 is 4. Minus 1 plus 2 is 1. So p of minus 1 is 1. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So p of minus 2 is 0. Thus, the same polynomial is having different values for the various values of the variables. Now let us see what is the zero of a polynomial. There is lot of relation between value of a polynomial and zero of a polynomial. Zero of a polynomial means, in the previous question, we got the value of polynomial 0 at x equal to minus 2. We got previously for the polynomial p of x is equal to x plus 2, p of 1 is 3, p of 2 is 4, p of minus 1 is 1, p of minus 2 is 0, and p of minus 2 is 0 means here we have come to the point the value of variable which makes the value of polynomial 0, that value of variable becomes the zero of the polynomial. Thus, at x equal to minus 2, p of minus 2 is 0. So, we say that minus 2 is the zero of the polynomial. Let us see the theoretical definition of zero of the polynomial. Zero of the polynomial px is the value of x for which px equal to 0. Now, let us solve some examples. Suppose there is an easy example or a linear polynomial px is equal to x plus 5. We know that if x is replaced by minus 5, minus 5 plus 5 becomes 0. So, the 0 of this polynomial will be minus 5. Simply by observation we can say, because this is a very easy example, we can comment on the 0 of the polynomial by simple observation. But all the problems will not be like this. So there is some procedure to find the 0 of the polynomial. Let us learn how to find the 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial means the final value p of x equal to 0 where x is called the zero of polynomial. Now let us see how to find the zero of the polynomial. Generally, the procedure is to find the zero of the polynomial, we equate the polynomial to 0 and then solve the polynomial to find the value of x which makes the value of the polynomial 0. So what we do here is equate the polynomial to 0 and solve. Solving means finding the value of the variable. Now let us see an example. Find the 0 of px equal to 3x plus 1. Our first step is equate the polynomial to 0. That is 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Solving means now the constant will go to another side, plus 1 becomes minus 1 and thus x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So here you must understand that this minus 1 by 3 when substituted in 3x plus 1 makes its value 0. So we say that minus 1 by 3 is 0 of the polynomial 3x plus 1. Thus it makes the value of the polynomial 0. So it is the 0 of the polynomial. Now let us see about the linear polynomial. In our previous class, we have seen that the general form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b where a is not equal to 0. Suppose we are asked to find the 0 of the above polynomial. Then what do we do first? We equate the polynomial to 0. What is the above polynomial? Ax plus b. So what do we do now? Ax plus b equal to 0. Now while solving, b will go to RHS and become minus b. Thus ax equal to minus b and x is equal to minus b by a. Now this means that when x is replaced by minus b by a in the polynomial ax plus b, its value becomes 0. That is a gets cancelled and minus b plus b will become 0. So this is the 0 of the polynomial, linear polynomial ax plus b. You can also take this as a formula, generalize this as a formula as 0 of a linear polynomial is minus of constant term divided by coefficient of x. As in a linear polynomial, there are two terms. One is x term and one is constant term. So minus b by a is called the 0 of the polynomial. And one more important thing you must learn here is a linear polynomial has only one 0. That means a linear polynomial becomes 0 for only one value. Thus a linear polynomial has only one 0. Now let us see this example. Verify whether 2 and 1 are zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3x plus 2. Zeros means what? When you substitute that value, it makes the value of polynomial 0. Now let us substitute in place of x once 2 and then 1 and see whether we get the value 0 or not. So let us assume the polynomial in x as px is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. Now firstly replace x by 2. So p of 2 becomes 2 square minus 3 into 2 plus 2. 2 square is 4, 3 into 2 is 6. So 4 minus 6 plus 2 becomes minus 2 plus 2 and minus 2 plus 2 is 0. Thus when the variable is replaced by 2, the value of polynomial is 0. So finally we say that p of 2 is equal to 0. Now replace the variable by 1. As in the question, he asked us to verify. When we replace the variable by 1, it becomes 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 2. 1 square is 1, 3 into 1 is 3. 1 minus 3 is again minus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. Now what we are observing, when the variable is replaced by 1 also, the value of polynomial is 0. So we say that P of 1 is equal to 0. Thus, P of 2 equal to 0 and P of 1 also is equal to 0. So, we say that 2 and 1 are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3x plus 2. And we can also conclude here that it is a quadratic polynomial. A quadratic polynomial has two zeros. Always, number of zeros of a polynomial depends upon the degree of the polynomial. So, a cubic polynomial will have 3 zeros. A polynomial of degree 12 will have 12 zeros. A polynomial with degree n will have n zeros. So, you must understand that relation between zeros and the degree of the polynomial. Now let us see one more example of our exercise. If 0 and 1 are the zeros of polynomial fx equal to 2x cube minus 3x square plus ax plus b. He gave you as 0 and 1 are zeros. So looking at the question, you should understand that here p of 1 and p of 2 are zeros. So let us find the values of p of 1 and p of 2 and equate them to 0. So px is equal to 2x square minus 3x square plus ax plus b. Now replace x by 0. P of 0 is 0. So is equal to 2 into 0 square minus 0 cube minus 3 into 0 square plus a into 0 plus b. So when 0 is multiplied by any number, we get 0. So from here we got b is equal to 0, as it is given that 0 is the zero of polynomial. So p of 0 is equal to 0. Therefore b is equal to 0. Now let us replace the polynomial by 1, as it is also given p of 1 is also the zero of polynomial. So p of 1 is equal to 2 into 1 cube minus 3 into 1 square plus a into 1 plus b instead of b, because I got the zero value of b 0. I have written 0 there. Again 1 is the 0. So p of 1 is 0. 0 is equal to 2 minus 3 plus a plus 0. 0 is equal to 2 minus 3 is minus 1 plus a. And when minus 1 is transposed to another side, a is equal to 1. Thus, the question asked is find the values of a and b. So we have reached to what is asked. That is, we got a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 0. So like this, try to understand the question and answer all the questions of the exercise, and definitely you will get the answer. Try it, try and try. You can do it. Now again, there is another question. Think and discuss is a very important question. He says that x square plus 1 has no zeros. Why? Because x square plus 1 is a polynomial in x. If you want to find the zero, you equate px by 0. X square minus 1 is equal to 0. X square plus 1 equal to 0. So 1 plus 1 is taken to RHS. X square is equal to minus 1. Then x becomes square root of minus 1. Children, square root of minus 1 does not exist in the real number system. So what we say is this x square plus 1 has no real zeros. That square root of minus 1 is a complex number. It may exist in complex numbers, but in real numbers there is no value for the zero of the polynomial x square plus 1. So we say that x square plus 1 has no real zeros. Now the second question is, can you tell the number of zeros of a polynomial of degree n? Of course, we have learnt in our previous slide that number of zeros and the degree of polynomial are same. So, a nth degree polynomial will have how many zeros? N zeros. This is about this think and discuss. And now, coming over to the assignment, here one do this is there where you have to find the value of the polynomials at given values of variables. Another one is very easy. You can do it within 2 minutes. And another assignment is 2.2 exercise. Definitely everyone must try. However you are able to do. Let it be wrong, no problem. I will post the answers with my next video. You can check your answers and learn from your mistakes where you did the mistake. So all of you, instruction, write all the slides as classwork. After completing the classwork, answer the assignments, and thus you will be completing this work. And take it seriously. Work hard. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you, children. Thank you once again.